Sketch the reciprocal graph of the following function. Now, before we start, let's just note that this point here is known as a plug and this point as a socket. And what this is telling us is that f of negative 2 is equal to 0, not 2. Despite the fact that this is quite an odd looking piecewise graph, we can do the same sort of analysis. So we know that there's a 0 here. That means that there will be a vertical asymptote. There's also a 0 over here, which means there'll be a vertical asymptote. We know that the graphs will cross whenever y is equal to 1. So they're going to cross here, and wherever y is negative 1. So they're going to cross just here. Let's look at the left-hand section of the curve. So we can see this value here takes a value of 2. So 1 over f of x is going to be a half at that point. Then this heads in towards 0, which means the graph will head up the asymptote. So using the points we know it's going to go through, and then it goes up the asymptote. Let's look at the section in here. Throughout that section, it takes the value 2. Therefore, the reciprocal will take the value a half. So what we're going to have is a socket, and it's going to take the value a half in between there. Now, we know that we're heading into a 0 here, which means our graph will go up the asymptote. The value here is negative 2, so it's going to be negative a half. And here, the value is negative 4, so this one will be at negative a quarter. And note it has to stop there. So it's going to go something like this in this section. Where the graph here takes the value 2, this one will take a half. Where this takes the value 4, it will take the value a quarter. And then it's going to head up the asymptote